Welcome to Inside the Gamma Way, the greater Austin metropolitan area, where we discuss anything real estate. My forte is residential real estate. My name's Douglas Goff. So let's get to the numbers and see what is happening in the market. This market watch is reflecting what's been happening over the past 10 days. After we get through this, we will go to see what's happening in the month of June and compare it to what happened in May to see if the prices are remaining the same, increasing, or decreasing. Let's go. New active listings over the past 10 days, 148 new listings. Over the past 10 days, 172 properties have dropped their price. 11 properties have increased their price, and 22 properties were under contract, but they've come back onto the market. Why? Who knows? Okay, over the past 10 days, 46 properties have gone active under contract. That means it's during their option period where they're doing inspections and still negotiating the price. 70 properties over the past 10 days have gone pending. Now that means that they're out of the option period, and 98% of the time, all of these pendings will end up closing. In the past 10 days, 158 properties have actually closed. 19 properties have been withdrawn from the market, most likely that the sellers aren't getting the prices that they wanted. Okay, one property actually expired and 14 have gone under the status of hold. And typically what that means is they're not getting a lot of traffic, so they're going in there and they're sprucing some things up again. Or they took the pictures themselves and they decided might be a good idea to get a professional photographer instead of just my iPhone and what I think I can do. All right, let's take a quick gander at, that's what's happening in the month of May, and that's pretty much for all of the 5 counties that I cover, which are Travis, Williamson, Hayes, Bastrop, and Caldwell. We can see in that area, the greater Austin metropolitan area, in the month of May, as we ended it, we had an average size of a home. And let's just make sure that we're doing just single family dwellings. Typically condos and townhomes are about 10 to 15% below what we're talking about. I'm more than happy to help you out with condos and townhomes and manufactured homes as well, but most people are interested in the single-family dwellings. Okay, so for most of these homes, they are a little bit, almost 2,300 square feet, and our average price per square foot in the month of May was $255. The median sales price was $455,000, and the average sales price was $598,756, almost to that $600,000 mark. However, the days on market are up 5 days longer to sell a property than they were at this time last year. So these are the numbers again for the month of May. Let's take a look at what's happening here in June. In the Austin Round Rock area, which you can see right here on the right-hand side of your screen, we've got an average square footage price per square foot of $261 price per square foot. We had over 1,800 sales with a median sales price of $455. Let's compare that to May real quick, and we're median sales. So we're kind of flat month over month, but still down about 2.2% year over year. All right, that's in the Austin Round Rock area, but this is interesting. On average, most of the sellers seem to be accepting about 6% below their asking price, right? And it's taking about 8 days longer than it was at this time last year. And if we looked in May, it was taking 5 days longer. So properties are sitting on the market a little bit longer. It is definitely a buyer's market. We can see that the new listings so far for this month have been almost 4,000 new listings. That's up 1.4% year over year. Let's go into the city of Austin. The city of Austin has a median sales price of $600,000, and the average price per square foot is $354. So far in the month of June, there's been 615 properties that have actually sold. And again, it's taking about 6 days longer to sell the property, but the median days on market is about 30. Not bad at all. Why don't we shoot up north towards Georgetown, Round Rock, Cedar Park, Leander, Hutto, and we can see that the average price, oh, sorry about that, we're not up north, we're still in Travis County. Inside Travis County, your average price per square foot is $327. And again, most sellers are accepting about 6% below their asking price. We've got a median sales price of $539,000. Let's compare that. And remember, that's about 10% below the city of Austin. So inside Travis County, outside of the city, you're getting about a 10% break, if that is acceptable to you. Now let's go up north to Williamson County. Again, that's where Georgetown, Round Rock, Cedar Park, Leander, Hutto, all of these areas. We can see that the median sales price is less than Travis County. About $430,000 is the median sales price, and your average price per square foot is $210. And again, still got just about that 6% below asking price is what many sellers are actually accepting, and it's taking about 7 days longer than it did at this time last year. You got a median days on market about 32 days. That's in Williamson County. If we head down south into Hayes County, we can see that the average price per square foot is $215 with a median sales price of $409,900. We can see that it takes a little bit longer in Hayes County. 41 days on market is the median. And again, that's up 5 days longer than it was this time last year. But still, the sellers seem to be accepting about 6% below on average from what their original asking price is. However, we can see that the number of new listings is up over 5% than it was this time last year. Again, supply and demand, folks. If the demand is going down and the supply is going up, it's a great time to buy. And a lot of the new builders out there are offering, new construction builders, they've got their own title companies and lending firms to where I'm still seeing 4-5% interest rates. And remember, every percentage point that you decrease your mortgage interest rate, it increases your purchase power by about 10%. All right, so that's in Hayes County. Let's head on over east to Bastrop, where Netflix is opening up a new studio out there. How are we doing out there? Average price per square foot, $209. The median sales price is $383,000. And we can see that we're flat year over year, so properties are selling at about the same pace that they were at this time last year. And again, in Bastrop County, sellers are still looking like they're accepting about 6% below their original asking price. We can see that the inventory is dropping about 1.4% at the same time last year as it is right now. And the number of pending properties is down about a little bit over 15%. That's in Bastrop County. Now let's head on out over towards Caldwell County. We can see that, great pricing out in Caldwell County at $191 per square foot. 19 properties actually have sold so far this month in June. However, they are in a bargaining mood, 10% below asking price, the original asking price. And we can see that the number of pendings, a lot of people seem to be taking advantage of these great prices in Caldwell because they are up 63% more than what it was this time last year. And the number of new listings is down 44%. So again, inside Caldwell County, it seems to start to be balancing out. And so those are the numbers so far for this month, in the month of June. That was for May. And just for grins and giggles, let's refresh, see if anything new. Oh my goodness gracious, look at that. We just got another 3 properties, new active listings, and another 2 properties just dropped their price just since I've been talking to you. All right, other than that, thank you very much for stopping by. If you like the content, please hit the like and subscribe. If you'd like to book a time to talk or tour, click the link in the description below and you can schedule a time. I'm available available 24/7, 365. Still have 3 kids in college, single dad of 3, so I would really appreciate the opportunity to earn your confidence. My mission is to help you avoid pesky pitfalls and frequent frustrations. My value is I'll tell you what you need to know, not what you want to hear. And my goal is to earn your confidence and get you safely home at the right time and price. Douglas Goff, opening doors for your lifestyle. I'm here when you need me. Make it a great day.